Hello YouTubers, I have a treat for you today. This is Crusader Kings 2 Warhammer Geheimnisnacht. This is a mod, a full conversion mod for Crusader Kings 2, which is an older game that I hope some of you know, but if you don't, that's fine. And you should definitely keep watching because this is worth the effort. Warhammer Geheimnisnacht is a full conversion mod for Crusader Kings 2, in which you can play basically in the old world, any region, anywhere, the whole old world. And we will be doing a playthrough in this game. But I sort of want to do a short introduction to the mod itself. We have, well, we can divide the world into realms, and if you're somewhat familiar with Warhammer World, then this should be familiar to you as well. This is the Imperial Realm. The Empire is segmented into different minor counties? No. They are called something different of Reichland. They are emperors of their respective areas, but they are not united. Elector counts, they're called, but whatever. Then we have Betonia over here. The vampires rule here. If you're familiar with Total War Warhammer, which is probably the more popular version, then you will know these major factions. Kislev here. Norskins and Chaos to the north. We have Ulthuan over here with the High Elves living in peace for now. On the island here, we have the Dark Elves of Nagaroth up here. The Lustrian jungles to the west with all kinds of different factions. There are humans, there are lizardmen, there are orcs over here, and all the things. We have the Skaven underworld, which is really, really cool. This one is in the ocean, but it's not really. This is impassable for ships. So this is just a separate addition to the map, and these are, it's a little bit of finicky how it's done, but you have to sail in here or out here to the outer regions, and then they connect to different specific zones or counties on the main map, which makes it so that any Skaven can go basically anywhere in the world by connecting to the right tunnel. Anyone coming in through the tunnel will land here, and these counties cannot produce boats, so no one can invade the Skaven realm, but the Skaven can invade out. So that's why this is built as such. We have the deserts. I don't know what the area is called. The Khemri deserts, I guess. No, that's not it. But whatever, the Southlands with Khemri, the Tomb Kings rule here. There are different Tomb Kings, or lizardmen and Skaven down. Not Skaven. Well, Skaven are everywhere. Orcs, I mean. And orcs are generally in this area. Dwarves live in the mountain regions and such. Chaos Dwarves, Ogre Realms. And this area is a mishmash of mostly orcs and goblins and such. Alright. That was a... I love this mod. I hope you guys will enjoy and follow me here in my little journey. We will do what I like to do in this game, which is to click this little button here and go random character. You can't build a character in this mod, so we have to play one that is already in the game, as is. Historically, it is in a Nachtgeheim 2010, which is notable for being the time where Sylvania reveals themselves as vampires. They have hidden amongst the humans and disguised themselves as humans. This is where they declare war on the Empire, summon a massive undead army, and then march forward. All kinds of different stuff is going on all around in the world, and we will be plopping in somewhere, and by doing this random character thing, we get a unique look into one part of the map. I like to do this because then you get to sort of go in depth in just one area of the Warhammer world and sort of experience it from a unique angle that will probably not be repeated unless we roll a a significant character, which I have done before, which is interesting. I don't want to bore you guys with anecdotes. I think to advance here, we will just click the button. Oh, I'm scared. We are committing. I'm allowed to re-roll it if I really don't want to play it. So be that fair warning. I sometimes re-roll it. We can look at the different map modes for the world, which I think it's just a beautiful map, well done by the people who've made it. Counties is not that impressive. Then we have religions, which is interesting with Sutharai. The different chaos gods are being worshipped in the north. Hornet. You can see that a lot of the map in this area is green, and they worship Gork and Mork. This is actually a lot better for showing the different areas, I guess. This is Nehecaran, which is the Tomb Kings. So, fair warning again, if you're not familiar with the game, this is the religions map mode. So this means that different, all these different territories with their different rulers, they all worship the main religion in that county will be Nehecaran. And the white spots are holy sites for that religion. Down in the underworld, it is all the Horned Rat. All ones are Lizardmen. Kadai for the High Elves. We have a lot of Myrmidon, which is the free states of the humans. What is this one here? Ramakan. Cultures, which is also interesting. This is also called Nehecaran, okay? Orc. Talabik. Now the humans are very separated in this mode here. Interestingly, the chaos regions are a little bit messed up. And then government, which is also kind of interesting, I guess. Feudal urban feudalism. Feudal warband. Sorcerer's Conclave, which is the Dark Chaos Dwarves. And then all of the north is nomadic. What are they? The Legacy of the Ancients for the Lizardmen. What's it called? Under Lordship in the Under Empire, and then the Golden Hierarchy. Hierocracy. Hierarchy. Interesting. Yeah. So we don't have to learn all of this right now. Now I will click the button. 3, 2, 1, go. We got a prince. Prince, where are you? Can we go to Prince Regadeso? Is that his name? Of Bilbali. Here. That's a very, very small nation. Oh. Here. Okay, so you are Prince Regadeso. Oh, I like that name. You know what? We will go with that. I'll just dive into it and we'll see what happens. I have so then before we start the game, we have a few settings that we need to set up. I have a rule set that I have saved in rule slot number 0. I will scroll through them if you are interested. There are not a lot of standard things. There's some things that I make more rare because I think they are unnecessary for the game to be good, but interesting as a thing that can be rolled sometimes, such as adventurers. One notable thing is that we do not have to release prisoners if we punish them. I think that's very Warhammer-like. Mutations are on fewer. And there's a thing in Warhammer called Albion, and I have removed that with a add-on mod, so there is no Albion in this mod. And right, and I slowed down the growth of Lustria. Oh, and I wanted to actually set Ulthuan depopulation down a bit, so that the world degrades slower. I know it changes the balance a little bit, but I like it that way. So I want to make a longer sort of legacy campaign where if I die, we will load up the save and just play as another random character from that point on. That's at least the idea. We will see how that goes. We might not live long as Prince Regadeso. It's an amazing name. I'm happy to reroll that guy. And it's a very small nation, which is really good for us to start with basics and then build up from there. That it could also mean that the campaign ends very quickly, but that makes it more interesting. So we are a Tigari. Oh, it's called Tigari, the area. So it's Tigari's Myrmidian prince. A prince. So my father is also my heir. I guess it's my father. It's not my father. Okay, he doesn't have children. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So we are playing a Tigari's Myrmidian prince. We are a merchant republic. Okay, very cool. I love playing merchant republics. They are different than everything else. So we can hold trade posts, castle, palaces, do penalties. There's some specific rules for playing this specific type of merchant government. I'll scroll through it. I don't know that there is anything specific to mention, but one important thing, of course, is that we are ruling from cities and not from castles, because we are merchants and not necessarily lords in the same way. More on that later. We will be diving deeply into the Merchant Republic system throughout this campaign then. That'll be cool. And then we are Myrmidian Faith. Myrmidia Faith, goddess of warriors and strategists, patroness of the art and the sciences of war. Okay, I don't actually know a lot about these Myrmidians, so this is kind of cool for me. I've never played in this area before. Her cult is the largest and most widespread of the old world. Oh, huh. We formed thousands of years ago with the Astalia and Tilea united by the mortal avatar of Myrmidia. Okay. Very cool. And the Myrmidian faith has autocephalous religious heads under kings, but may have independent religious heads centered around holy sites covering areas of influence. This is also a mechanic that I have not seen before. Very interesting. The Ultima Aquila can excommunicate Myrmidian characters. Okay, the Ultima Aquila. Is that mentioned over here? The head of her cult is known as La Ultima Aquila in Estalian, or La Ultima Aquila in Italian, and I'm slaughtering those names. I'm trying to make an accent, but I'm not good at those kind of things. The Ultima Aquila can, so this is the Pope, whatever, of the religion, can grant divorces. Women may hold temple holdings. Okay, and there is always a Ultima Aquila, landed or not. All right. So it's it is like a Pope thing. All right. Cool. This is us. Let's talk about. So that's the character view. That will. I've enabled hints, but we will disable this one. I know most of the things into my Crusader Kings. Fair warning for Crusader Kings experts out there. I am not a Crusader Kings expert. I am a Crusader Kings enthusiast. However, and I love this game. I love learning more about it, and we will try to learn together here. All right. So, Prince Rigadeso of Bilbali, with no parents, no children, and no siblings, no family at all. We have vassals under us. What do we hold for titles? Let's look at him first. Oh, he's down here. Oh, wait, what? Where do I live? Bilbali. I will zoom in, and then the way I find out where I live is like this. Okay, that's interesting. It's not up here, but it's part of the same... No, I am confused. Yeah, okay, so Mr. Alva of the Communard cities controls several little cities, apparently. So not as small as I thought. That's kind of cool. He can raise 3,000 men, which is decent enough for a starting... army, and we can raise 2,770, so that's not too bad either. All right, and we do have a few titles. We are in the Republic of Bilbali. Underneath, is he a merchant republic too? Yes. Interesting. Okay, let's learn more about Rigadeso, Prince Rigadeso. We are a brilliant strategist. Amazing. That is a really good trait with a lot of bonuses to martial. We are a human, and humans in this game are the unmodified stats. They just have base stats, but they have same trait opinion. So if you are a human, you like humans. Opposite trait means that if anyone is not human, we will have -10 penalty to liking them. Or they will like us -10 for being human. We are a hedonist. This character has chosen to lead a life of debauchery and sin. I like this guy. The church is unlikely to approve, but he gets intrigue, extra fertility, nice. And we are only 18 years old, so we have plenty of time to make lots of babies. Which we will try to do. That's awesome. That's a really, really good trait, because we need to build a big dynasty. Oh, and look at the flower. Oh, I'm loving this. We are gregarious. It means he's a very talkative guy. He's honest, all right? Kind and erudite, has a scholarly and bookish disposition. You know what? I like this guy. He is good. His stats are not amazing, but he has inspiring leader for leading armies, so that's really good. And yeah, okay. We hold some titles from the start. We are the Republic of Bilbali, which is this up here. So we have our own republic beneath the Republic of the Commonwealth cities. So this is like an empire level republic that has a smaller or several smaller republics inside it. I've never seen that before, I think. Maybe I have, but it's a once at most. Very interesting. How much money do we make? 10 is nice. Okay, we can work with this. So this is our character, Mr. Ricodeso of Bilbali. The first order of business, well, the first order of business in this game will always be to deal with the notifications that we get at the top, as in most Paradox games. I think we will go ahead and do that right away, because one of them, Rule Unmarried, is one that we should definitely look at. But we can maybe choose an ambition, Paragon of Virtue. So this is an ambition that we want to achieve. Sometimes you can get married in here, but no. Alright, so we want to find a lovable wife that will give us a lot of children. We will go and say some traits are hereditary, so I know a lot of people like to do this here and write genius. Okay, what about pretty? Is that one of them? No pretty ladies either. Alright, smart. What's the... I don't know all of them by heart. We have... Is brilliant? Yes, brilliant. No, maybe it's not. Brilliant strategist. Ah. Alright. Oh, that's another thing we can go for. We can click here and say highest ranking. We might find a high ranking one. No. Well, we didn't. We have one who is a priestess, which is not necessarily a bad thing. We want one with high stats as well. Here's one who's strong. You know what? Let's look at strong. Strong. Yeah, these are little girls, but she's 11. She'll be... they can marry at 15, so we would have to wait 4 years. She's a Sigma Rite. She's strong, which is good. That's a hereditary trait. And that's a really good one. Extra fertility as well. This Badeloche, she has a lot of stats as child, or traits. These will be turned into other traits when she levels up to an adult. So that's definitely a candidate. Another way to find good characters would be to wives would be to just click one of these here and sort by highest. So this guy or lady has the highest in diplomacy, and the wife adds her stats to all of ours as a base yeah. So we want one with high ones. Tall is also a hereditary trait. That's really good. Oh, it's really good, yeah. It is. Okay, still is kind, proud. He's a good one. Okay. Courtier in blah blah blah. I won't try my hand at all the names. It's not realistic. We have another tall one here. Okay, so we sorted by diplomacy. She has decent stats. If we sort by martial, she has 0 diplomacy, but a lot of other good traits. Oh, and she holds a claim to a title in Eich. Eich? Where are you in the world? Over here. All right. Which means our children may inherit a claim to that province later on, and then we could go and conquer it from Petronia. I don't think so. Let's check more characters. She's pretty good. A high stewardship skill is really important for merchant republics, as you can imagine. Goat Hill of the Isle. Okay, she's from up here. She has a claim on that island. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, I just noticed something. Maybe this is not doable at all. Wait a minute. If I just click you and say I want to marry you. Marrying a woman as noble as Auriel will require a bride price of 203. That I've never seen this bride price thing. But we have plenty of money, so we can still choose a really good wife no matter what it costs, and we will pay for a good wife if it comes down to that. She has 19 intrigue, which is cool. It's nice to have. Oh, and she's lustful. That is a good trait. You know what? We could go up here and write lustful and see who we find. There's a tall and lustful one here. Wrath, deceitful, cynical. She is insanely good at intrigue. This can backfire. This is how you assassinate people, and let's just say that wives can assassinate their husbands, and we have no control over this, so maybe that is not a good thing. The final one is learning, which we can also sort by, and these top ones do not interest me as much. Okay, let's look at lustful again. She's 16, tall and lustful. This lady here who was lustful and had 9, she's 36. That's way too old for us. 16, tall, good stats. So it's probably either her or the strong 11-year-old. Which I know how that sounds, but trust me, it's Crusader Kings 2. That's just part of the game. We are in medieval times. This is completely normal. Strong is so good. And it kind of gives us as much. Lustful gives you how much? Plus 20% fertility. But strong is so good. You know what? We will be betrothed to Badeloge, I think. Marrying a woman as noble as Badeloge. Is she that noble? Let's go and learn more about our betrothed. Not something that people usually care about, but why can I not? Okay. We'll do it again. Strong. Here we go. Where are you from? Oh, from right over here. Cool. Oh, no, because we live down here. I thought it's up here. She comes from, what's it called? Reichland? No, Reichland is here. This is Imperial Westerland. Save hint. It's all good. We will marry her, or betroth her. So, strong. Boop. It will give me 201 prestige. Is she really that noble? We will find out. Later. No heir of dynasty. That will be fixed as soon as possible. Ruler unmarried, and we are working on that. Then we need to pick an ambition. Now, normally people, I think, would go for groom and heir. But since we now have to wait 4 years before we can even start making the babies, this is a long shot right now. We will instead probably work on building a war chest. These are little mini goals that you can set for yourselves, and then you get a reward if you achieve it. You could also go for Paragon of Virtue or become Assaulted Among Men, both of which are probably plausible. I think I'd like to go for Exalted Among Men. That is a really good one. If you can achieve it. Right now we have +7 prestige per month, and we are... Yeah, I think we have a good shot at getting that one done. Otherwise, it's acquire a title. Build a war chest is also a really easy one for us, I think. But I like the long one here, which gives me a permanent bonus of 1 to diplomacy if we succeed, which is also really nice. I hit the wrong one. Boom, become salted among men. That is our goal in life. Then we need to pick a character focus. So when we are playing a character in Crusader Kings 2, we can choose one of, 10 different ways of living our life. It's 12. No, wait, I can't do math. This is 10. Yes, 10. All right. And they are committed to two of each of them are committed to one of each of the 5 major stats. So we have 2 for diplomacy, 2 for martial, 2 for intrigue, 2 for stewardship, which is 3 for us, which is really bad when we are playing a merchant republic. We would really want more stewardship. So that's too bad, but we could work on improving it by going business. We have decent martial, but I don't know that we will want to go to war right away. We are not surrounded by enemies or anything like that. Tigari, we are not the ruler of our country anyway, so we would not be fighting for our country, but for ourselves. Queen Uraka of Tigari, but we have a very small nation right here that actually could easily be overwhelmed by us, I think. That's kind of interesting. Do they have any packs? No, okay. They are not that defensible. They only have 868 troops, and that's the leader of the country. And they are feudal. Yeah. Interesting, interesting. We could aim to conquer them if we so choose. I need to figure out which direction to go. I think I would either go for business or rulership at the start. Could go for seduction, but it won't really give me a lot at the start. I will switch to either seduction or family once we get the wife. Marrying or being betrothed at the start is maybe a small handicap, but we will make it work anyway. It's 4 years of my life that I'm not spending making babies. When you put it like that, it sounds bad. We own this country, or this county, too. We didn't look at our titles. We are the Republic of Bilbali. We are the Junta of Bilbali, which I guess is a, what's it called? A Duke level title. And then we have 2 counties, which is the Bilbali, and it's called Edeta. And then we have the house, blah, 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 which is the merchant house. The House of the Murder. We have a special tab up here called the Republic. And in that Republic, we are here. Oh, okay. You know what? We can be elected. So the way merchant republics work is that you have 5 houses. Yes, houses inside the realm. And they each have a house... what are they called? A house patrician, the leader of the house, and they vie for control of the republic as a whole. So right now, Alvar de Alatriste is the High Tribune of the what are they called again? Commonard cities. Is that what it's called? Of the Commonard cities. That is the name of the realm. The Commonard cities. So he's the High Tribune. When he dies, he doesn't give the title to his son necessarily. He gives it to the expected successor, which is based on respect and the campaign fund. And he is from this house over here. They have a lot of respect. But we could, in theory, build up our respect. Age is a factor. Prestige is a factor, which is also a good reason to build up prestige. And usually they will be, the older ones will be the one who get elected, but then they will take control of the country as a whole, and with all that implies. And then there's a little screen down here for trade posts, which we can tell that they have some really lucrative trade posts, and we can have 3 of them, so we should get on building some of those. And in fact, if we can... Oh, someone else owns this one here? Dianis. Aurelio. This guy over here owns the trade post in my realm. That's something we would aim to fix, but we can trade post in Edela, and we will. Right away. Did that cost 100? Damn, that's more expensive than I'm used to. Okay. We can build trade posts in counties that are not our own. Let's check another map mode here. So I'm working on that now. Yeah, trade routes. Yeah, so we have a trade route in here, which is why the guy has placed his trade post in here. Now we will look at trade post possible trade post locations in other counties where there are this line here means that there's a major trade route going through that county. As we can see, all of the good spots are taken. This one is not, but it's not in our realms. We cannot build there because it's inland. This one is taken. What about up here? This is taken. Taken. Yeah, they're all taken. As is to be expected. Then we can look at the High Elf realm. They might have a spot open for a trade post. I doubt it though. And now I'm starting to doubt whether we can build over here, but I think we would be able to if there was a spot open in one of these locations. But they have built in all their good spots. Unfortunately, we can still just build wherever. This is not our domain. What about down here? They have trade posts. Trade posts. Damn it. I'm looking here if anyone's curious. Yeah, I was hoping we could get or snatch a really good spot at the start for a trade route. A trade post. Damn. But like I said, we can go here if we really want it. We will look again at economy. We want one in one of the really green zones. Of course, they're all taken. Damn it. Okay, here we have some tax income 46. I don't know if tax income is directly related to the outcome of a trade post, to be quite honest. But I don't think it can hurt to have a one in a higher level one. And this is inside our realm? No. But we will build it here because it has high trade income or tax income. And I'm hoping that that will be a beneficial thing. This one does not have a major trade route like this one does. Even though it does, I thought maybe it looked like it passed through Edela here, but it apparently doesn't. They go directly from the coast of Estalia into Bilbali. And we don't even have control of this one here, so I'm sure we can, if we can look at that guy who owns a trade post in our realm, we can look at him and say, you can't fight him, but we can declare war on these guys. And no, okay, we cannot ask them to claim we could not declare war to claim that trade post. I thought maybe that was something we could do. Never mind. Alright. I'm rambling and going out on tangents, but we need to set all these things up. We're still looking at the carrot focus, right? I think I will go with business. That would give our city vassals a boost. Business also means that we can find opportunities to increase our business opportunity. But we have low stewardship. Damn. Maybe some diplomacy. Carousing is interesting. I've never really done carousing. Maybe hunting to stay alive, make sure we don't die. We get extra health and martial, so we could go to war or rulership. I will go hunting. Okay. That will give us some special hunting events and so on and so forth. We can set a crown focus, and we will set our crown focus, which is just one county that we focus a little bit more on than everything else, and we will set that in Bilbali. Then we can grant some special titles. We want to look at our level 3 commander here. We surely have a better commander than that. We did. And then we don't have any better commanders than our lowest, which is now 6. The one they want is a designated regent, which is probably a good idea to get. We will get one with high stewardship or high martial, or both if we can get it. Or high diplomacy is also nice. At least that's how I like to do it. Brave, patient, content, and just. You are Lorenzo. That is a real merchant name. You will be my designated regent. I'm sure you will do a good job. We can press de jure ducal claims. Because I'm a duke and this Varda is considered a part of my ducal area, we can wage war for this the region, but it is a part of Tigeri, so maybe we don't want to right now. Alright. That's most of the notifications. We will dismiss this one for now. Important decisions are available. We can recruit a court physician. That's definitely something we should set in motion. That's just putting out a notice that we want to hire one. Oh, and he died. From what? Died natural death. Okay. But we also have a council in here that we need to set up. We have a chancellor, a marshal, a steward, spy master, and court priest. Again, one for each of the 5 major stats. We want some helpers in here that both love us and have good skill. High skill is more important than loving us. Marshal, 14. Yeah. 10 for steward. We have a higher one here that is 11. That wants to join us. So we will hire him instead of the other guy. Spy master at 12, and that's the highest we get. And a court priest, we can hire one at level 10. That's fine. They can each be given a task. And here we can perform stagecraft, which is not what I want. Fabricate claims. I think I want to try fabricating a claim on this neighboring city here. I don't think we can declare war right now, or we can. Forced vassalization could be interesting, or extort tribute, but I would rather just claim that territory for my own instead of vassalizing them. Maybe vassalization would be okay. We could declare that right away. When we declare war, we lose 1,000 prestige? Why? Huh. Yeah, so we're not doing that. 1,000 prestige, that is insane. And or we could extort tribute from them. So that doesn't take anything to declare the war, but we don't technically gain ownership of them. They just pay us money over time. Or we can offer vassalization? Oh. Not my de jure liege. Small difference in rank. Foreign culture. Boing. Foreign culture. What culture are you? Galice is Dalian, and I am Tigaris. We technically are the same culture as these guys over here. Alright. And what about you? No, you are not an independent realm. They are under this guy. Or lady. No, it's a man. Sorry. Army levies. Okay. We are fabricating claims in here in San Luis. Then Marshal, we want to set him to train troops, I think. So we are preparing for that war that we will try to start with, I think. It would be good to start the game with a little war, at least early on. It won't be right away, but coming soon to a cinema near you, a war. Collect taxes in Bilbali. I think that is a good idea. We want the Spy Master to either study technology or build. How's the technology levels? Sort of semi-average. That's fine for a starting thing. Scheme will help us uncover plots against us in our capital. And I think that is a good thing. Or we could build, we could study technology. Or sabotage provinces if we really want it. But that's not necessary. Then we can, the court priestess can hunt heretics. And that will give us monthly piety. One of the 3 major resources up here. We have proselytize, which helps with making people your religion. I don't know that we need that. Everything seems to be our religion. What is this though? Oh no, I sent him there. Oh well, to proselytize. My bad. Otherwise we have research, cultural tech, improve religious relations. But we probably want him to hunt apostates. He can be moved again. in a few months. 5 months. But what religion are they here? Oh, this is a vampire guy. Interesting. Off of a civilization. No, okay, so we have a vampire living down here. Count Salvador the Shrewd of Ciernas. Interesting. A single vampire. Strong claim on the Duchy of Galua, okay. Anything else to note? He has siblings and everything. Are they vampires too? No, they're just random. Here he is, okay. We have a vampire, no. Oh, he's a vampire religion, but he's not a vampire himself. He just follows the vampire, so he's like a vampire slave. Or at least indoctrinated into that way of thinking. Interesting choice, since you don't seem to have vampires in your actual realm. I'm not sure where that comes from. There's probably something in the Warhammer lore, not anything that I am aware of. Alright. More important decisions are available. We can hold a summer fair, which will give us, it costs 25 gold, but then we get prestige, and as we have determined, we are trying to reach 1000 prestige, so we will definitely be investing money into that. Then we have a slew of other options to look at. These are decisions that we can make for our realm. Found a new empire is not really on the table. We have to fulfill the requirements, which we definitely do not. Offer to help lead titles, called Templars of Silk Sigmar. This costs piety. Restore Mimidius Empire. Oh. Very cool. We need to control. This will be the goal for the campaign. For sure. The Duchy of Lucini, the League of Rimas. What is the League of Rimas? This is Estalia. This is Tigari we live in. We have Bilbali on the Duke level. I don't see the other ones here. What was the names? The Duchy of Lucini. This is Duchy's Lucini. Where's that? I don't see it at all. Oh, and I've forgotten one thing. My bad. My bad. Turn up the music a little bit again. Not too loud. I got completely caught up in the game. I forgot I had to do all these little setup things. This is my first time recording a Crusader Kings game, so be a little bit lenient with me, and do feel free to ask questions down below if I am missing or not explaining anything well enough. That could very well be. Oh, that's a little bit too loud. Damn. I have to find a good balance. Alright. What was I at? Can we figure out how to get that? I'm sure it's far off, but I'm not sure. I'll figure it out later. But we need to be High King of Estalia or Ortilia already. Then we have train a Pegasus mount, which will cost 500 gold, but then we can start training a Pegasus mount, which is a good thing to do. Convert to each culture, recruit soldiers. We might want to do some of these. We can borrow money from the Knights of the Blazing Sun. What do we need to do this? If they have the money for it. Or we can donate to them. They don't have the money. Or we can go on a grand hunt. Let's put that as a important decision, so that if it becomes available, we will get a prompt. And that'll be later in the year, but we could definitely do that. That'll be cool. If we are ever able to... No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's fine. Good, so that's it for decisions. Now we've more or less set up the whole thing. We can look at this is laws. We've looked at the councils. We can look at minor titles. This is my council. And my liege's council. So am I on it? Yes, I am the chancellor of the realm as a whole. Laws. We can look at the different laws and try to change one. We might want to try to change lower centralization up. We always want to go higher in centralization. If we vote for it, you can see here that all of my council members are in fact willing to vote for increasing centralization in our realm. So we will just go ahead and do that right away. We can only do one law every, I think, 10 years. So we want to use our power to do it when we have it. Technology screen, then military. This is where we raise our troops. We have our own troops, and then from vassals. We have the decisions in here. We have not looked at factions, but no, these are factions against us usually. So not something we want to actively do anything. We could do factions against our own liege. The religious view shows our malicious head and the high priests. So we have Rimas. Where are you located? Here in Rimas. Okay. Oh, here's Lucini. So apparently we would have to own this one here to restore the thing of Myrmidon. So far off. And let's see, the religious head. Where is she located? Right here. And is she a lone realm? Oh, she's under us. Interesting. She is inside our realm. This lady here. Ultima Aquila. What's her name? Munadona. Tall, mystic, honest. 26. Could we have married her? Probably not. But she's the religious head of our religion. We can plot to kill her? Probably not. Good idea. Societies. Order of the Bleeding Heart. Oh, what is this? I didn't think that there were secret societies in this mod at all. But we are all apparently a part of one. The Order of the Bleeding Heart is an organization composed of priests and priestesses devoted to Shalia, goddess of mercy and healing. The core beliefs of all Shalians is that they should work to relieve the suffering of others. As such, they devote their lives to healing the deceased and doing charity work for the poor. I am not playing this character super well. The first thing I'm doing is trying to take over another country, but we are a super kind dude. So we should not be doing these kind of things, apparently. We can improve our own domestic, but I spent all of our money already by building 2 trade posts. Not something that I would regret, though. And then the final screen is the Republic screen. Yeah, I think we're ready to go. So we start time. We are now betrothed to Badaloge. Our court priestess is hiding herself. Alright. I like to run it at slow speed while I'm still figuring things out. Stuff is starting to happen. Alright, and this is good for introducing the mod and such. So the Rise of the Undead. This will happen every time you start a campaign in this mod. Rumors reach you that in Sylvania, a vampire lord by the name of Vlad von Karsine has summoned a massive army of undead and aims to make war on the fragmented empire. Damnations! So this is going on over here. We can't see it, we just hear the news. Mr. Grand Count Vlad of the Sylvania is an immortal vampire with a special ring that we can see in here. The Karstein ring makes him immortal until it's stolen and stuff. He's a spellcaster. He's a genius. Has the lore of necromancy. And he has, with that event, he spawns a massive army of troops, and then he already has declared war on Imperial Talabekland. So they will start a war and the other empires will try to fight him. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses, and stuff will happen depending on that. And we're far away from that, but we might see have encounters that relate to that later in the game. Who knows? So now we will speed up time. The time up here is denoted by the date, the month, and the year. Shortly after you spread the word of you seeking the employ of a court physician, a Strigony appeared at your court. Okay. Shelly and blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's have a look at you. We just want to make sure he has high learning, he is brave, he's temperate, content, and a mystic, and a dutiful cleric. No bad traits, and he has decent learning. So it's fine. Oh, ooh, we have to pay him 30 just to hire him. Well, that's fine. Now we have a court physician, so that if we get sick, he will try to treat us and hopefully not stab us on our deathbed. Witch hunters are a necessary evil, though their methods can be cruel. They are often first and the last line of defense against the spread of chaos. Since there are no witch hunters in your realm, do you want to invite some? You know, that's probably a good idea. Since I'm not a magic user in this playthrough, we will invite the witch hunters to our realm. And our lord wants to change a tax law to noble obligations, tax shifted noble obligations law. So that's this one up here. This will not affect me directly. This is for people who own castles, and I don't have I'm not a lord or a noble. I think I'm count as a burgher. I think. But that might be different since we are leading from a city, which I think this is. Barony, city. Yes, this is the city icon. This is the fort icon. Or it's not a fort, it's a castle. Or a barony, technically. Alright. But we can vote against it or for it, and this will be relevant for when we control it. But I think we will approve. I like tax-shifted laws, especially in merchant realms. We will make so much money. It'll be great. It'll be just great. Laws of Bilbari have approved the institution of the low centralization law. So now we can, we have instituted a law. We can make a new commander for some reason. Maybe one of them died. Who knows? We have 10 now. That's good. What happened? We have voted on a law of centralization, so it increases our domain size, domain size. I think it's just pronounced domain size +1. So we can now. This is the one up here. We have 2 out of 3. Before it was 2 out of 2. This is how many counties we control. Now we have room for 1 more. It sort of means the administration limit of our government. So we are now allowed to conquer and rule 1 more territory. The summer fair brings all kinds of entertainers to... Oh, so this is for our summer fair. So they're making an idiot of me, and then we join in because we are gregarious. We just join in the fun when people are making fun of us. That's amazing. We're just going to turn off the speed now and let it pass. There's some war going on here. Wait. It's great fun while it lasted. So the summer fair is over. What do we have in here? They are at war. They are attacking the vampire guy right away. Yeah. And he has 800 troops. She has 500. Oh, no. 3,000. So she will most likely win that war and oust the vampire lover from this area, which makes sense. We have an important decision available. Go on a grand hunt, which we pay 25 gold for. We will do that, and then we get monthly prestige. We get a little bit of prosperity, and then we are holding a grand hunt, which gives us special events. I've given the order for the grand hunt to be organized in Diamanterra. Diamanterra? Is that? I don't know. Turn up the speed. We'll see what goes on around us. A white heart has been seen in the north of Diamanterra. I'm told that it is a heart of 10 and the biggest deer ever seen. I've never seen this heart before. Alright. I find no joy in killing such a proud animal. We get piety. I will send out our best hunter. So we send our best hunter, and we gain 20 prestige for giving him that, and he becomes delighted. Or this is my kill, in which we now are rolling dice. So we have 65% chance of no effect. 10% chance of gaining the diligent trait, 10% chance of gaining +1 martial, 10% chance of getting wounded, and 5% chance of getting maimed. Will the main gain the severely wounded thing, severely injured. I'd like to roll my dice. This could end the campaign, but we will try. Oh, and we should have looked at our characters. I think we had 13 before. Oh, yeah. We had 12 before. Now I didn't see what we got. Maybe we didn't get anything. Did we get Diligent? No. We definitely gained 10 prestige. We didn't get wounded, which is good. Oh, we haven't started the time. Oh, and I noticed that they're fighting over here. Who's fighting who? They are defending. Okay, so they're being attacked right away by these guys. They are attacking in Obregonian War to make duchess pay tribute. Okay, so they're just making a tribute out of them, not claiming their territory, which is kind of what I said I was thinking about doing. We could do it now and maybe try to snatch it from them. You know what? If they're already at war and have raised their troops, they're going out in the battle to meet these guys in battle. I will sneak in and siege their capital. So we will, in fact, go to war immediately. Oh, no, no. Oh, no. Oh, and we can't ask for tribute since they are already in that kind of war. Damn it. But we also would break our hunt if we started a war. While chasing an agile deer, my horse stumbled and broke his leg. Luckily, I was thrown off, but my horse is in pain. I will end his suffering, gaining 10 piety. Alright. The dogs have caught a scent of war in the forest. This is the chance of getting a mighty boar slain. The peasants will finish it, so you send your troops, and then you get Craven. Or we have a 30% chance of getting Craven for that, and we gain only 5 prestige. Or I will face it alone with my spear, and it's the same roll as before. The 65% chance of no effect. You know what? We will roll it again. I'm gonna be very brave at the start of the campaign. This could end really well. We can gain 1 marshal, we can get Diligent, or we can just die. Or be wounded severely enough that it would be bad. The lords have approved we've approved the war, and I clicked through that event, so I didn't get to see it. Damn it, that was not my intention. Damn. But nothing changed here. We didn't gain a marshal, so nothing happened, which is fine. We still get the prestige, and yeah, let's go a little bit more. My liege, I write to you with the bad news from Bilbali. My efforts to squeeze extra taxes out of the population have met with resistance. The peasants are arming themselves. I fear we might have a revolt on our hands here soon. That's not good. We just get increased revolt risk. It's not that bad. High taxes. Spice route. Ooh. Very cool. We should be making a lot of money, but we have so low stewardship that it may not happen. We should have declared the tribute war on them immediately, I think, because then we would be the ones that doing this instead of allowing these, what are they called? Obregonians doing it for us instead. Obregon. We could definitely have done it. I just wanted to lay claim to their land instead. New important decisions available. Hold a summer fair. We will do it again. We will spend all of our money into prestige. We're trying to reach the 1,000 prestige. A trade post has been built. Oh, we have built a trade post. Sweet. In... Where? Miramar. Is this not me? Oh, it's down here I built it. Alright. So we now have a trade post down here, and we have one in Edita. Yeah, we can tell that they are not doing as much as the other trade routes or trade posts are. They are really not as good at all as the other ones, because these guys get extra buildings in their trade post for being on trade routes, which we do not. We can upgrade it if we want it. Oh, it's so much more money for having one of the good ones. That's annoying. It's so bad that we don't get to... Wait, that trade post under construction. I thought I checked that it was already built here. Maybe I misunderstood. Idle council member. Alright. this one changed sides, so the vampires have now been ousted. Well, they are still technically worshipping vampires, and okay, he still technically owns the capital himself, but he will probably be removed from power. I think this is a good spot to end the first episode. I don't know if they will be 1 hour, all of them, but this one I think it was nice to get an introduction to the game. We can check the war over here, how they're going. Yeah, war score 75% in favor of Grand Count Vlad in this war for Sylvania. Sylvanian conquest here. So they are definitely winning right now, and have the defenders have been joined by Ostermark, which is, I guess, this over here. Ostland, no. Might be a smaller leader, but they are fighting. Yeah, Chancellor Eric of Ostermark has joined the war defender side. It's not a faction leader anywhere. Okay, I'm looking at Kislev because this is the ones that I played most recently, and they have already expanded up all the way up here. That's so good. I didn't manage to do that quickly. Okay. And yeah, we can just check the general status of the board around. Not a lot have happened, but we passed about 1.5 years into the game. I spent a lot of time setting things up, but that's how the game usually starts. Hopefully more things will happen in the next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye.